Got audio going, do we?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
well,
shit. I may have goofed.
I don't know if we do or not, really, honestly.
I have to get pre-show off the video. That's fine. It's fine. Okay, here we go. All right, now we got it. Okay, here we go, everybody. Enjoy this in 3, 2, 1.
I'm the computer man. I'm the Macintosh man with the virus scan. Moving your files all across the land. Some Photoshop filters in After Dark. Get your Microsoft Office, express your quark. Millions of colors with a VRAM chip. How about a system crash that'll make you flip? I'm the computer man.
Lesson.
The Morning Stream. Don't eat that. It's Pluto.
Greetings and welcome to TMS, the morning stream for Wednesday, March 5th, is it? 6th, sorry. Couldn't see it out of the corner of my eye.
Well,
the 6th.
Now everybody who thought that we didn't do a show yesterday, for a second they said, oh, wait, there was a show.
Oh, crap. Now we've confused them further. Yeah. I tried to let everybody know on all the channels and stuff. There's always somebody who's like, where's the show? I apologize to them.
Well, and things were down. Like, we couldn't let people know on Facebook or Instagram because they were down.
That's true. The only place that was up was Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. And no, right. I didn't, whatever. I put it there, but nobody reads that anymore. And at least I get the feeling they don't. And so, I let you know via other methods, and it was as good as we could do. And we apologize. We had serious technical issues on many fronts. It made no sense. It had to have been tied together. It had to have been. Mm-hmm. Because how do you have massive web service outages, including Discord, who briefly had a login problem, so we couldn't get back in, or we could intermittently, and it was weird. We were having audio issues. We thought were Discord, but then it was also Zoom. We're like, well, what's that? Then my ISP crapped out, and I think my ISP was responsible for the voice problems. And then my second ISP crapped out. And then later in the day, the best I could do was about a megabyte up and about 2 down for a while. It all came back. But point is, I think there was like a thing. I'm not saying a cyber attack because that's bullshit. And there's no, actual, there's no like evidence of one. Everybody jumped to that conclusion yesterday, but whatever. And then it all came back and everything's fine. But by then, TMS chances were shot in the dark, so we were done.
It was done. It was over. It was.
Apologies to everybody involved. Anyway, we're back. We got stuff to do, including. Oh, you know what? We haven't played in a while or done this. So let's see. What do we play? Let's play.
Almost washed your food down.
All right. Well, let's see if we can do that. We got a thing that sat in the back room of my P.O. box place. For way
they
too
should
long.
Be fired. I swear to God.
I know. It pisses me off, dude. I'm like, they're kind of mom and pop, and I want to support that. Yeah. But I'm like, well, it's the Seinfeld thing. You had one job. That was to receive my post in your office, and then ping me that an item has arrived because that's what I pay for every month. And so that's all you had to do. And instead, I called, visited twice, and you kept saying, no, we didn't get nothing, got nothing. Finally, they find it. Oh, it turns out we did get something weeks ago, and it's been in the back. That sucks. But look what we got from Chris. Hold on.
Let me see your bags.
Here's one.
Okay, so yours are hyperinflated like mine. I mean, these are...
Oh, yeah, they're puffy.
They are their own packing protection.
Yeah. These are like breast implants. These things are monsters.
I know. I just want to fondle them.
Oh, yes. Touch your bags. Yes. So anyways, this is from Chris. Hold on. Vega. That's almost Vegas, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And he sent us 2 bags full of, I assume this is Japanese. Is it?
I think Chinese.
Is it Chinese? These are definitely Lay's brand, but from another country.
Yeah, the lettering looks more Chinese to me than Japanese. I could be wrong, though.
I can't tell. The Chinese characters set.
Oh, well, I could do the translation app.
Do that. Let's see. Let's see what you get. Because I'm curious.
Translate. Google Translate. What should I? Let's see. Let's do detect language, camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what you got.
Hot and tongue flavor.
Oh, what?
Saturated fat. Recipe upgrade. It is, but it's not telling me the language.
Recipe upgrade.
Recipe upgrade.
I
Say
love
what the languages.
Asian
No, it's
Asian
not.
names that are translated are so great. They're so
Yeah,
great.
they really are.
There's this game coming out in a couple days called. It looks amazing, but it's called. What is it? Something unicorn. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest name. I kind of love it. I love that it is what it is. You know, they're just gonna make it what it is.
I'm gonna actually give you one of these that was so good I have to share it. Let's see, Scott, sending it to your text messaging thing.
Got it.
So prepare to receive it there.
Yeah, I'm
This is
preparing.
what Google Translate translates the back, that white text up in the back right corner of the duck tongue flavor.
Okay, let's take a look at what we have here, so the chat can also see it. And it's not coming up, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, it is. All right, here we go. Lay's delicious secret: thinly sliced real potatoes, thin and crispy enough.
Thin and crispy enough.
Yeah, it's enough. Pure taste. Pure taste.
Secret. Oh, okay.
I love it.
Terrific. Yeah.
I love it. Well, anyway, did someone tell me
Yeah.
what that unicorn game is? Crap. I got to find that out. Anyway, which one do you want to try? You want to try the blue? You want to try the green?
Let's start with the green, because
All
that's
right.
the one I have in my hand.
All right. Here we go. And thank you again, Chris Vega. I'm sorry this took so long.
Oh, just cut into the bag and all that air that's been sitting in there for
Ho!
months. Oh my gosh, and
Holy.
it smells like duck tongue. What smells like duck tongue in here now?
And that's what that is, right? That's supposed to be duck tongue?
Like, you look at that thing, would you be able to identify that as a duck tongue?
Well, I'm playing enough Helldivers to think this is an enemy I've killed.
It feels like, exactly. It's like, oh, finally, Half-Life.
Yeah, these are like face huggers, dude. That's what these look like. All right, well, I've never had a duck tongue in any form, so this is gonna be weird.
Me neither.
Ooh, it does stink.
There's a stink to it. It's like it's a strong, savory smell. How's that?
Yeah, yes, that's a nice way to put it.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I don't know.
Tastes better than it smells.
It's often the case with these things, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes
I think
sometimes the
if you didn't tell me
smell-
this was duck tongue, I would have said it's a light barbecue.
Yeah, you know what? That's not bad. Boy, the smell really
Oh,
ruins it.
finish is spicy though.
Yeah, a little bit of kick at the end there.
Woo!
Yeah, these are okay. I'll probably eat these.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes you can't after you try it and you're like, okay, that's good.
Yes, exactly.
But I could probably eat that. All right.
All right.
Blue bag.
Blue bag. This is the chicken feet flavor.
Shut
Again.
up, dude. Oh, is that what that is there? Is that the thing? Is that a chicken's foot?
Yeah.
It looks more
Again.
like, it doesn't look right.
I know. Well, it's a braised chicken. Hot and sour lemon braised chicken feet flavor.
Ooh, it smells like candy.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Like lemon heads.
Yes, there you go. It's the lemon.
Weird. Okay, here we go.
All right, enjoy the chicken feet.
You know what? That's just weird enough I might like it.
That's a good chip.
That's weird. I feel like I'm eating a dessert. Kind of.
A little bit. It's sweet, but there's definitely lemon and chili.
Yeah. It also ends a little not
It definitely
hot,
ends
but
a little spicy. Yeah,
a little spicy at the end. Well, why don't we make these sorts of things here? Do you think? Is it just a marketing thing where we can't sell weird
because
shit?
people would see those Last of Us slugs on the front of the bag and immediately say, "Yeah, nope, not for me, thanks." If this was just hot and sour lemon braised chicken flavor, you took the word feet out, these would sell in America, no problem.
Yeah.
But we see the word feet.
Yeah, we can't do the feet, man.
Yeah.
Feet are gross.
The word feet and flavor really never belong together, certainly side by side.
Oh, I just got a text from Tarantino. Please send chips my way. I will take your feet chips. Weird.
Oh,
Okay.
that sound really good. Hey, could you send
Hey,
those to me? That sound really, really good.
I'm making my 10th final movie, and I need some feet. Chips.
Could you send me a picture of you eating them with your feet?
Oh, gross. Oh, Tarantino. You're the gift that just keeps giving. All right, we are going to. There was some word about that. His final movie is going to have they're bringing Brad Pitt back for whatever it is.
Really?
And
Well, he was in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood too.
Yeah. So they'll bring him back. I don't think anyone else has been announced, so I don't know if it's going to be like a. There's probably a temptation on his part to go. You know, how can I get all my usuals? Can Buscemi be here?
Exactly. Gotta have. Yeah. Who would his stable of regulars? Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Buscemi.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell.
Who cut the ear
I guess
off?
Kurt Russell was just in one, right? Just in.
Right. He just did
Hateful
one.
Eight?
I think. Oh no. He was also in the double up grindhouse thing.
Right. Yeah. Right. Sure.
So twice,
Death
I guess.
Proof or whichever one. Yeah. Michael Madsen's good.
Oh, Michael Madsen. Yep.
Uma, of course.
Yeah, you got to have Uma Thurman. Anybody who's been twice, I think you got to bring back. You know, so Buscemi definitely. Wait, has he only been once? Was he Reservoir Dogs only?
Who?
Buscemi.
Madsen?
No, Buscemi.
No, Buscemi was Reservoir Dogs.
What else?
Wasn't he in Pulp Fiction?
I don't think
What
so.
am I thinking of?
I don't think so.
He was at Jackrabbit Slims.
I don't.
Why
remember.
am I thinking? Hold on a second.
If he was, that's amazing. I don't remember that. Oh, I know who. Your Tim Roth's got to be in this.
Yeah, Tim Roth for sure.
Yeah, and maybe what's his name from the piano? Bad Lieutenant.
He's in 2 Tarantino movies. Oh wow, I found the list. Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction for
Pulp Fiction. I don't
Buscemi.
remember that
Yeah.
at all. Weird. I've only seen that movie 10 times. I don't know why I remember or don't.
He
remember.
played the memorable Buddy Holly impersonator at Jackrabbit Slims.
Oh, well, I remember the Buddy Holly guy. I don't remember that being Buscemi, but
Buscemi. All right, so who's been in the most? This is good.
okay. Can I guess?
Oh well, yeah, you can guess. Let's see here. Let me go through the list because I don't know if they put this in. Oh, does it build up? It builds up. Okay, so I got to scroll down the very bottom.
Okay. I'm going to say it's
all right.
I mean, this seems obvious to me. It's got to be Samuel L. Jackson. Seems obvious.
Samuel L. Jackson is 6 films.
Yeah.
There is somebody who has 7, and
it's not Tarantino himself, is it?
it's not. Although that's interesting. Yeah, it's a woman, and okay. Let's see how really this counts. Oh no, she did acting. Okay. She was a stunt double on Glorious Bastards. Also had roles in The Hateful Eight, Django Unchained, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Would I know her name? Is it a common?
No, I don't know if. I don't know if you would, because I didn't quite recognize her name. Hold on a second.
Because I can't, in my head, I can't think of anyone I saw in all those movies.
No, I don't think you'd know this person's name. Her name is Zoe Bell.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
And she is most frequently like stunt doubles. She was Lucy Lawless's stunt double for Xena Warrior Princess and
Nice.
Uma Thurman's. But then she transitioned into acting and had actual roles in some of these other Tarantino films. I don't feel like you can count her because she was stunt double for a couple of them, for both of the Kill Bill films.
Yeah.
Madsen, 5 films.
5.
Both Kill Bills, Reservoir Dogs, Hateful Eight, and then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. And then what?
Tim Roth, 4 films.
4 films. Okay. Well, then we
Uma
know.
Thurman, 3.
Then it's got to be Jackson's the highest, or the highest male.
Samuel Jackson is the highest, like actor, and not
actor.
stunt double / actor.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think if
Harvey Keitel, 3 films.
3? Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Although the only 2 I can think of is Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. What else did he do?
Inglourious Bastards as well.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
I didn't either. I need to see that one again. He's uncredited phone cameo as a commanding officer.
That movie's great, but it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like Eli Roth in it. He irritates me, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I to say? Well, thanks for the chips is the point.
Yeah. Thanks for the chips.
Yeah, that was nice, Chris Vega. And may you add an S to that name in May or April. Come see us.
Chris Vega definitely sounds like a Tarantino character,
doesn't it? Or against
Totally
Vincent Vega.
does.
Vincent Vega's brother shows up and avenges his toilet brother's death and all that. Oops, spoiler.
Right.
Sorry, everybody, if you haven't seen Pulp Fiction.
It's been a while. It's been long enough. People should be able to send it. Smoke 1969. If you looked for him in the Discord.
Smoke 1969. That's cool.
Smoke 1969.
Does that mean he was born the year we were born? That's cool.
Probably, yeah.
That's awesome. Brian, did you know, speaking of food,
Yeah.
there's a few phrases that get thrown around that are food related. Like, has anyone ever said "you're the apple of my eye" to you before?
I've heard that phrase. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone's ever said it to me, but
I've heard it too, but I don't think. I'm trying to think if I've ever heard it in real life. I've heard it in movies and TV and
I've
stuff.
heard Stevie Wonder sing it.
Oh, what was
You
it?
are the apple of my eye.
Oh, I was thinking Stevie Nicks for some reason. You said Stevie, and I went,
Stand back. You're the apple of my eye, and I'm not here for you.
well, look at this here.
Yeah.
Way back when, people believed the eye pupil, the pupil in your eye,
The eye pupil, yes.
the eye pupil,
the good old eye pupil.
yeah, was a solid object and referred to it as an apple. Shakespeare
Oh,
used the
really?
phrase. Yep, the Midsummer Night's Dream. He wrote, "Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye."
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a thing.
Wow.
Now we think of it as the figurative meaning of like, oh, you're my favorite thing to look at, or whatever. And so you could say, oh, well, little grandbaby, you're the apple of my eye. An old lady might say. I'll never
Because
say it.
I originally thought that the center of the eye was a little object and not a hole. And,
Right. We thought it was a little piece of fruit in there.
Now you're the apple hole of my eye.
Yep. Now I know you've been referred to as the big cheese before.
Sure. I have it on my desk plate with my name.
Yep. Tina's required to call you big cheese every day, at least once. And I got good news for you. And in the 19th century England, Zoe, this one's for you. The cheese didn't have to be big, and the cheese was synonymous with being a big deal or being of high quality. When the idiom crossed the Atlantic in the early 20th century, the cheese got big, possibly in reference to the literal big cheeses product or produced in the U.S. for display and consumption. So once again, we screwed it up. That's what we do.
Yep.
But when they say the big cheese, they're referring to a large quality wheel of cheese. Therefore, you're the best one in the window, a.k.a. you're the top dog. You're the big cheese. Makes sense, right?
Excellent. Yep. I could see them even saying that on Peaky Blinders. Courtesy of the Peaky Blinders. By
That's
the way,
right.
you're the cheese.
You're the big cheese. Give me those guns, Tommy. All right. How about this one? Red herring.
By the way, if I don't interrupt you and let you know that Faisal, I would like you to know the game you're trying to think of is Unicorn Overlord.
Unicorn Overlord.
He's going to freak out in chat because he's typed it 3 times so far in the last 3 minutes.
Sorry, missed it. That is is that not the dumbest sounding game ever? It's a fantasy
Unicorn
strategy.
Overlord.
It's a fantasy strategy
Unpacking
game.
sounds like the dumbest game ever, but we know that that's a pretty darn good game.
That's true. Don't let the names fool you, guys.
Yeah.
That thing looks.
Oh, one of
like
the
it's
ones
red.
Against the Wind, I think. What was the one you recommended to me?
Oh,
That's like a little city builder, something.
Against the Storm.
Against the Storm. Against the Wind is a Bob Seger song.
Yeah.
That one went on sale on at Steam, and so I picked it up.
Nice.
And I haven't played it yet, but I've got it. I just pick it up because it's on sale, and I know I'm going to play it. So
It's really cool. That game's rad. And Dan has spent the most time in there. He'll tell you. He'll back me up on this.
excellent.
It's very good.
Okay. All right. Well, I love that kind of game. So
How about sowing your wild oats, Brian? Let's talk about that food use.
sure.
Avena fatua, a species of grass in the oat genus, has been called wild oats by the English for centuries. Though it is thought to be a precursor of cultivated oats like we'd have today in our oatmeal. Farmers have long hated it because it's useless as a cereal crop and hard to separate from cultivated oats and remove from fields. Literally sowing wild oats, then, is a useless endeavor, and the phrase is figuratively applied to people engaging in idle pastimes. There's also a sexual connotation in that a young man sowing his wild oats is spreading seed without purpose.
Is that really? Okay, I guess so. I guess that's what it spreading seed without purpose. I mean, you can sow your wild oats with a prophylactic.
That's
I mean,
true.
You know,
That's true. You could also have a purpose,
You could be right, exactly. You could be Nick Cannon. and you're spreading your seed with purpose.
It's funny though because it has a judgment to it. It's like saying you can go out there and waste your quote unquote waste your seed.
Yeah,
and nothing good will come of it because this is not in the literal sense. Wild oats are not good cereal, are not good for bread, are not good for anything, and so they're just kind of a weed. So it's just temporary and a waste of your time. But go ahead and do it, have fun, knock yourself out. It's your 20s. Go sow your oats. I think that's the idea of that.
yeah. I just don't like I don't like the fact that they're calling going out and having sex idle pastimes.
Yeah, an idle. There's nothing idle about that. It's an active
it's
first-person shooter, if you know what I'm saying.
I mean, I've been called idle.
Yeah.
During that,
I love it. Brian's an idle.
Hey, Brian, could you be a little less idle? Can't
Yeah.
wait for that prom date clip to come up.
Yeah, that'll happen at some point. Finally, here, this one's for Zoe, who I believe is in our chat today.
Yeah.
Bring home.
This is another British one.
Yeah, another British one. A lot of these are.
No, it's a more important one.
Yeah, this is more important, but also
Yeah.
British. The bringing home of the bacon. Bring home the bacon. That's what they always say. Oh, what's the dad do? Well, he brings home the bacon while the wife makes the bacon, cooks the bacon or whatever. The origin, bringing home the bacon, is uncertain, but it might have come from an old English custom or from the world of boxing. But here's what it says. One possible is the tradition of the Dunmow Flitch, which began in the great Dunmow, Essex in 1104 A.D.
Probably Dunmow. I'm sure it's
Is it
pronounced
Dunmow? What did I say?
Yeah.
Dunmow?
Dunmow.
Oh.
You said Dunmow or Dunmow.
I have no idea. Anyway, it was there. Let's see. So impressed the prior of Little Dunmow, or Mo, with the marital devotion, he was awarded them with a fitch, a side of bacon. So the guy would give people bacon if they committed to marriage. Is the deal?
Interesting. All right.
Yeah. So
your first wedding gift is
yeah.
is a side of bacon. Is a flitch of bacon.
Yep.
Ooh, it should be Zoe brings flitch of bacon.
Yeah, flitch. How much is a flitch of bacon, do you think?
I don't know. I'd be curious. Is it bigger than a rasher, for example? Rasher is my favorite amount of bacon, by the way.
Yeah, but it's a close second for flitch for me now.
Bring me a rasher of bacon.
Yeah. No, I don't think you understood me. All your
Son, I don't think you understood me. I said, bring me all the eggs and bacon you have.
It's a fantastic episode of that show.
It really is.
One quick thing before we get on to the Tadpolly Feud today, which we are going to play. This is about sewing scissors. I know we talked about them forever ago and how our moms would kill us if we ruined them.
Right.
Remember that? Our moms were nuts. All moms of that era.
Nuts. They went nuts whenever we used those great sewing scissors for anything but sewing.
Yeah.
For cutting thread or fabric.
Don't know what happened to their generation. Something hurt them. I don't know what, but that's what the deal was. Barbara wrote in and said, sewing and buttons, those are our names. When you discussed using mom's sewing scissors, or, for something other than sewing, you mentioned that you could go buy new scissors. This is true. However, when you need good scissors and someone has made them not good by using them on paper or whatever, you're stuck. This needs to be fixed now, not after I go to the store to buy new scissors. I hide my good scissors. Despite my best efforts, the show brings me pleasure, says Barbara.
Barbara,
Barbara.
they're coming to get you, Barbara.
They're coming to get
Coming to get your scissors, Barbara. Yeah, I picked these. Like this was the wire cutter.
Oh, of course.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Pick.
Let's see what you got.
The Amazon Basics scissors. These are Amazon Basics. You 9 times out of 10 you get what as described. They're basic,
Sure.
right? These have stayed sharp through cutting everything, and I'm talking not just paper or whatever, but like cutting supports on models. I've used these for if I couldn't find better ones, or these look a lot like the ones I have.
I think these might be. Oh no, these are Scotch brand.
Are they Scotch? Okay.
These are pretty good though. But funny enough, maybe this isn't just our mother's. My wife has her name initialed on here. KJ. Interesting. I don't know why.
That's really funny, actually.
I never noticed it until just now that she wrote her name on here.
Do you have a Sharpie handy? Cross that off and put SJ and see what she does.
I should do that. I don't even think she'd remember. Or I've already ruined these and she doesn't care anymore because maybe
and she's right. You've already used the first stuff you shouldn't be cutting them with. And,
it's entirely possible. All right. We are going to do some fun stuff, and we're going to do it in a slightly different way. Dunaway's out today. Hold on.
So we're all missing Brian today. Yes.
Yes. He's out, but TV's Travis is in,
That's
and he's going to join us. Let's get this going. Where's my damn thing to play? Here we go. Yes, that's right. That music means it's time for the Tadpolly Feud, and joining us as a guest combatant is TV's Travis. Hello, Travis Crawford. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
have you
How
here.
are you?
Oh, excited. I got big shoes to fill. Dunaway's not here. I don't know how this is going to go.
I
But
think it's going to
Well,
go
he
great.
also has really big shoes. I don't know if you knew that about Dunaway, but
Yeah, it's mostly in the toes, though. Big old
and
fat
small
toes.
small feet. It's actually he has really small feet, but he has one long toe, and so
Yeah.
he has to actually get special shoes for that.
Yep, it's gross, too. It has no nail on it, so it's just a big, it's a lump of flesh.
It looks like a 4-inch long pencil eraser.
Yeah, disgusting.
And it's the same color too.
Yeah, like his nipples. They're the same. Hey, hey, look who it is. We also have on the line with us. It's Stephanie Innapets. Hello, Stephanie. How are you?
Hello.
Oh, it
I'm
worked.
here, and I am weary.
We can hear you.
We can totally hear you because so we tried to do this last week and it didn't work. And I said then, and I stand by it, that you would get first treatment today. And now here you are. So this is great. We're really glad to have you. Let's get going. Brian, you want to explain these rules and tell Stephanie what she might win?
Absolutely. And then today, a little bit of a change. Normally we have Steam games. Today we have apps. So it's going to be great. It's time to play the Tadpolly Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpole on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Travis are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. It is their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Stephanie, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Travis. And if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Lacuna, a sci-fi noir adventure, and Nihilumbra.
Don't know what that one is, but that first one, Lacuna, is very good. It's like a
good.
cyberpunk point and click kind of thing. It's very good. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you and Kyle play Steam games?
Kyle does, yes.
Kyle does? Okay.
Oh,
So this
good.
will
Well,
be-
you're
I'm playing for Kyle.
yeah.
Awesome. Playing for Kyle. You create those awesome Spider-Man costumes and mermaid tails, and he'll play the game and report back to you to tell us how it was.
That's right. Yep.
It is.
And we'll get you some apps as well later on. Awesome. Let's do it then, Brian. What's our big topic today?
All right. Well, again, I'm going to remind you people before you pile on that all of our questions this season come from listeners. I basically take, like, during the survey, the very last question is, do you have an idea for a survey topic? And I copy that and I paste it into the form. Usually I don't even edit them. I edit them if they need to be edited, whatever.
Sure.
But so this one comes from a listener, and this ought to be a lot of fun. I have a feeling that the board may get run in this one.
All right.
So I think you got a really good chance of winning, no matter who you end up with, Stephanie. All right, Travis, do you see how to buzz in?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Put your hands on your buzzards then and answer this. We asked 455 tadpoolers to name a Lucky Charms marshmallow shape. Scott.
Blue diamonds.
Show me diamonds. Number 8 answer on the board. Travis, 7 answers will beat it.
Oh my gosh.
Red balloons.
Red balloons. Show me red balloons.
Oh!
Number 5. Travis, you have control of the board. You've also got Stephanie as a partner. And
All right.
Got this.
I think you guys have got this. Yes.
Yeah, but
Right,
I'm glad
this
your disclaimer is a good one today because obviously this is going to be weird and not just simply the few of these that we know from the commercials.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
There's 10 spots on the board, and
Oh boy.
yeah, and I don't know how many original shapes I remember, but it's really funny. The answers to this, without giving anything away, most of the answers were an actual marshmallow shape. The other answers I got were, I don't eat any of that fattening American shit.
Wow. Hardly an answer, is it? but
Hardly
still.
an answer, but much of that. Well, plus in some countries, the stuff is banned because of the color dye involved is not allowed in some other country.
Sure.
All right, let's go back over to you guys. Travis and Stephanie, what else have you got?
Oh, all right, Stephanie, what are you thinking? Do you think?
I mean,
you
we
wanna
got
go with
to go with the obvious, the shamrock.
Yeah,
Is
the
Lucky
clover.
Charm.
Yeah. All right, we'll go with
All right.
clovers.
Clovers?
All right, show me
Clover,
clovers.
shamrock.
Oh, number one.
Clover. Yep. A couple people did put shamrock, but come on, they're green clovers.
Also, I'm glad you didn't do colors because I'm sure that my memory of colors is all off on this. So.
Yeah, it's the colors are
I
not
would've been
important
completely
in this one.
Yeah.
Because for a while there was like, oops, we effed up our colors marshmallows for a while. Which,
Right.
and then you got a box that was oops all marshmallows, didn't you, Scott, at one point?
I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was Lucky Charms. That entire box was marshmallows. I ate a bowl of it. It was a huge, huge mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I was sick for a day. It was awful. So don't do that.
That was the special run diabetes edition.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
become a diabetic in one bowl was the ad on there. No, it was just like nothing. It was obviously a mistake at the factory, but
Yeah.
never seen it since. Never seen
It's
that.
funny that it would have been even funnier if it was one big rectangular block of marshmallow all jammed together, like multicolored
Gosh,
marshmallow all
dude,
jammed together.
that sounds so bad.
It really
Snap
does.
off part of it and put it in a bowl.
Exactly. Oh. All right.
Oh.
What else you got?
Oh, what do you think about stars, Stephanie?
Oh, was there like a?
Because I think there was
I don't know if
stars
there
and
was a-
moons, right?
There was moons. I don't think there was a star though.
Was
All right, let's go with
I'm,
moons then.
Picturing it in my
Okay.
head, and I did like Lucky Charms was my jam growing up and still is. So I'm like, I'm trying to picture a star. I feel like stars would be a weird shape to try to marshmallowify because
Sure.
it would get fat.
All the points. Yeah.
It'd
Okay.
be like a
Yeah.
starfish. So I would go with moon.
Okay.
I would say
All right.
moon over star.
Yeah,
Yellow
moon.
moons.
All right.
All right.
Show me Sam Rockwell's favorite marshmallow shape, moon. There we go. Took a while to ding that one. 6. Number 6 answer on the board. Currently, score is 12 for TV's Travis and Stephanie to 8 for Scott.
Boo.
And
All right.
Travis and Stephanie still have
Scott's not even gonna get a chance.
I know you guys are gonna kill me. I don't know. I feel
All right,
I feel like the tail end of this is gonna be tricky, but whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna get there. What do you think?
We should, yeah. I'm second guessing.
rainbows.
Yes, definitely rainbow. I'm second guessing the stars now because I'm reading the chat, but I think we should go definitely with the obvious stuff. Yes, I think rainbow would be one of the obvious.
Yeah, rainbow's a good one.
Before
Yeah,
we start
rainbows.
guessing that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Show me Richie Blackmore's rainbow marshmallow.
Number
2.
Gosh dang it! I could
Also, a
still,
good deep cut.
I could still whoop. I could whoop you guys if I get the bottom 2. If you lose, if you buzz out.
That's
here.
true. Well, yeah, you need to. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Hearts. Hearts.
I want to do stuff. Hearts. Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a pink heart.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
pink
we'll go
hearts.
hearts. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Show me hearts. I could have gone the Anna Nancy Wilson route. Yeah, heart. Number 4 answer on the board. That's taking your score to 18, now beating Scott by 10 points with his 8.
Damn it!
Got another one.
Ah.
Got another obvious one.
What's that?
Okay.
I got another obvious one.
Okay. All right.
I would say I believe they're purple, but the horseshoe.
Oh, yeah, purple horseshoes.
Oh yeah.
Purple horseshoe. I can
horseshoes are
hear him
definitely
say
there.
it. You can hear Lucky saying all of these once you say it.
Yeah.
You know,
Purple horseshoes.
his name is Lucky, right?
Yeah.
Lucky
Bring
the
me a
leprechaun.
Guinness.
Okay.
Yeah, Lucky Leprechaun. Yep.
I don't know why I needed verification of that. It should be easy, but it didn't sound right. Wasn't there?
There's a guy named Lucky. He's like a leprechaun.
Yeah,
or
wasn't there a
something?
guy named Lucky or some kind of
There,
lucky leprechaun?
Isn't there a Lucky Leprechaun?
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Horseshoes.
Horseshoes. Okay, show me horseshoes. Yeah,
Nice.
of course. That's actually a lucky thing. You think horseshoes and 4-leaf clovers are very lucky, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh!
don't know about hearts. Oh, that's a lucky boy. You found a lucky heart.
We should tell people currently they're leading by 21 to 8.
21 to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Uncle
I
Bob,
think we
actually,
need one
he fitted
more
me with
to-
an ankle thing connected to my computer via USB that buzzes me if I don't give a score update.
Oh, does it hurt or is it pleasurable?
Oh, it stings. Yeah, it stings.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's also useful for polygraphs.
Sure.
It is. I can. That's no lie.
Travis, I'll give you a chance to say something.
I do think stars. I think we should go with that.
You go stars?
I'm picturing them.
I know I
yeah.
have a couple other ones, but let's do it. Let's do stars.
Do stars. Go
All
for
right.
it.
Show me you may be my lucky star.
Oh!
Number 7.
I think that knocks me out, right?
28 to 8. No, 20 points. Yes, it does knock you out. Yep.
Yeah.
Officially,
Okay, cool.
Stephanie has won.
All right.
But we still have 2 more answers on the board. The biggies, 9 and 10, have not been
All right.
answered.
What do you got?
So, I think there's like a. The other shapes I'm thinking are so distorted and weird. I don't really know if I know what they are. But I think one of them might be like a pot of gold. His pot of gold.
I think
I'm talking about like the shape.
that-
It's got and it
yeah.
might even have like a clover on it. I don't know. I'm like
they
that might
wanted to
been
have a
added
pot of
later.
gold, and it just looks like a mush. But yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's just like
That sounds
green
right.
mush.
Nothing tastier than a black marshmallow, too.
Squid ink marshmallow.
Right. Yes,
There you
exactly.
go.
All right. Is that what you're going with?
Yeah, a pot of gold.
All right.
Try it.
Show me a pot of gold. Number 9.
You guys are
One
going
answer
to run the
on
board here.
left.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, look at the
Poor
drop
Scott.
off between
Chill.
diamond and pot of gold, though. 28 to 3.
No, it really like it's funny how, and you look at Clover to Rainbow, 156 people think Clover and 61, the next highest one, think Rainbow, and it's like such a huge jump.
Yeah.
But when you think of a lucky charm, even if you don't know for sure, it's like, well, I think clovers are lucky, so it's got to be a clover.
Stephanie, how do you feel about like coin, like gold coin?
Well, there's already a balloon, which is kind of like a circle.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd put like another circle. I feel like they have like unicorns, but it always looks like an upside down melted ice cream cone or something.
I kind of remember
I'm
that. Or there was like a.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do special marshmallows for limited runs, right? They didn't always have the same.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, probably. Oh man, this is where it gets tough.
I mean, we won
I mean,
either way, so I mean, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
entertain
then?
chat or-
Let's go with unicorn. Why not?
Okay.
Do it.
All right. Nothing to lose, right? All right.
Unicorn Overlord. Let's do it.
Show me unicorn.
Oh!
Yeah, nice job. You totally ran the board. Well done. I think what a great way to have your first ever feud, Tadpolly Feud, TV's Travis, and
Yeah, you guys
congratulations,
cleared
Stephanie.
it. Now, what I got to know what other people said, just because.
Yeah, you do. You really do. Number 11 was Claire.
Jeez,
What?
That's a marshmallow
Oh, yeah.
shape.
because she's a marshmallow-shaped Irish person.
Oh.
That's why.
That's right. Number 12 answer was cube.
The cube.
Yes, and then I'm just going to read these next 6 or 7 verbatim. Don't get that cereal in Australia. So cloud? Question mark.
Yeah.
Don't have in Sweden. Circle. Don't have them in Australia. Don't have in my country yet. So round. Fat American shape. I have no idea. We don't have that diabetes food here. I don't effing know. What about pot of gold? Oh, I did add that one to the pot of gold, but I kept it separate. I have no idea what they are. I'm Australian.
Wow, the Australians really hit a wall on this one. Seems
Yes.
like.
Let's continue with a few more of these. Misshapen is very good. Rectangular. Another one for round. Treasure chest. Triangle. Vague genitalia. And my favorite, purple brown.
Purple brown.
Purple brown.
I didn't even say it. Purple brown.
Purple brown
Oh
is
yeah,
not
I
a
have a
shape.
purple brown every morning.
It's not a shape at all. It's not even
Not
close
even
to a shape.
Not even a shape.
No.
Purple brown.
I love that one though. That's great. Well, well done.
I like defining shapes as colors. Though.
yeah,
That's
if you can, it's a
Yes,
good way to do it.
exactly.
Congratulations.
That means Stephanie walks away with these codes, which means Kyle
sure
walks away
does.
with these codes. Really, is what it means. So congratulations, Kyle. Your wife is awesome, and also Stephanie does really cool stuff. Stephanie, is there anything like people can see like your cool costume work online? Is it available anywhere?
You have a site where people can see your cool mermaid tails and Spider-Man photos and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I kind of don't really do that anymore because of like a half copyright. I had with people.
Oh,
so
jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of bitter
with the
about it
mermaid.
now.
You mean the mermaid stuff? Oh no, really? I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I don't really post much about it anymore.
Gotcha.
But I do have like an Instagram. Sometimes you'll see my name, my mermaid name, pop up in YouTube because I use that for other things. But my mermaid name is Mermaid Cythera.
Okay.
I came up with it myself.
Nice.
Even though it's not very unique, but you know.
I like it.
When I'm on the Instagram.
Sure.
If I'm ever there, but otherwise not really.
All right.
Or Spider Stephanie on Instagram. That one's pretty easy.
Just know she makes cool stuff. All right. She makes cool stuff.
You do make really cool stuff.
Yeah.
The
I reserve
Spider-Man
it for
mask that
myself
changes,
now and my close friends.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, the Spider-Man mask that glows behind me and changes color is so cool. Was made by Stephanie.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Gonna wear it for the MS-150, and who needs peripheral vision? Who needs it? I don't need it.
Nobody needs it. Go full tunnel
Well,
that
I
day.
built it to have giant lenses, so you're able to have the peripheral.
Actually, and they really are huge, and I can actually see pretty well out of them.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
There's a science behind it.
I'm glad we finally got this working. And hey, look, your mic works. Whee! Yeah. Hey, TV's Travis. Yeah, that was fun. And also, you're on the show coming up soon. What day do I have you for? Is it next week? It might be.
I think it's next week.
Yeah, it is next week. We're squeezing
cool.
Amy in for Thursday so that we can not miss her this month, and then we got you next week. So we'll hear your voice real soon. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people before you go?
Dunaway, that win was for you.
Oh, that's adorable. All right.
Very nice.
We're gonna do one news story.
One news story.
One news story. It's the news, and it's brought to you by
The Monday Show, also not affiliated with TMS. With Scott and Carter. There was one on Monday. Go get it. frogpens.com/Monday.
Yeah, it's a fun one. We had a great time, so go check it out.
Cool. What'd you talk about? Give me one
too
of your
many
topics.
things. One of them was can anyone draw? And there's a real argument going on about whether somebody can just who thinks they're terrible can pick up a pen and then with enough practice, be good. And Carter and I make the stand that yes, you can.
I think so
some
too,
people wrote in and said no, you can't, and so we had a little back and forth on that. It was super interesting. So anyway, worth checking out.
Cool. Very cool.
Kellogg CEO. Speaking of cereal, we
wow,
didn't mean to do
this
this.
is appropriate. Very appropriate today.
Yeah, we didn't mean to do this at all. But Kellogg CEO says poor families should consider cereal for dinner. Yeah, that's going to go over like a fart in church.
Poor, you don't need to be poor anymore. Eat cereal for dinner.
Yeah, let them have cake or whatever the old phrase is, or bread and circuses or whatever. Anyway. Multimillionaire chief executive officer of the U.S. food processing giant Kellogg's has drawn scorn from some quarters after recently suggesting that families with strained finances could cope by eating cereal for dinner. Gary Pilnick was speaking live on CNBC's Squawk on the Street.
Okay.
I hate that name for a show.
I kind of do too, yeah.
It's horrible, dude. Freaking go change that. Anyway, delivered the remarks in question, which some have compared to the "let them eat cake" phrase frequently attributed without evidence to Marie Antoinette before her execution during the French Revolution. Here's the quote: "The cereal category has always been quite affordable, and it tends to be a great destination when consumers are under pressure." Destination. The category.
I mean, okay, I see what he's getting at. It's very poorly worded, but I mean, okay, yeah, cereal. He basically should be saying, cereal is nutritional enough that you could eat it for dinner if you had to, and it's probably cheaper in some cases than a full different kind of meal, larger meal or different kind of meal. But
yeah,
but the way that was phrased,
it's horrible. It's horrible. And no family should have to rely on Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Corn Pops, and Rice Krispies for their freaking family.
It's the symptom of a much bigger problem that cereal won't solve. But
and there's the way inflation worked in with groceries, about 26% higher than they were prior to the pandemic. That's a lot. It's a big jump, and some people straight up just freaking can't afford it. So I don't know. If I was a millionaire CEO, I think I'd turn off the salesmanship for just a second and not say something that dumb. That's just dumb.
A little tone deaf.
Yeah, let them have cereal. That's not for if you're a family, you guys are struggling. I got a perfect solution for you. Eat our cereal.
Yeah, exactly.
F off, jackass. I hate that.
And Amy's right. Cereal is way more expensive than I remember it being when I was shopping. When I was living in an apartment with roommates. Cereal was like, $1 something a box. It was great. And very often if I was tired of ramen, I would have a bowl of cereal for dinner. Yeah. But now it's like, what, $4 or $5 a box for something like the aforementioned Lucky Charms and stuff. It's
all
ridiculous.
The prices have gone up on that stuff, like ridiculously. Also, it's not good for you. Also, I'll bet you big money that multimillionaire chief executive officer Gary
Pilnick,
doesn't eat any of this cereal.
Has never eaten a bowl of his cereal for dinner.
No.
Maybe for breakfast, but definitely not for dinner.
Maybe he was an 18-year-old, where they call rich kids who have a trust fund, baby. Maybe when he was that.
Yeah.
F off, douchebag.
Exactly. Holy cow! Raisin Nut Brand Sparkle House is $8 a box.
Woo!
Oh, crazy! Yeah,
some raisins, man. Raisins.
I mean, come on, you can get a dozen eggs for less than that, and bread, and have eggs and toast.
Yeah,
like I did this morning.
Have a proper morning breakfast.
Exactly.
Not this stuff. This makes me want to boycott cereal. I'm not saying to. I just kind of want to.
I do like. I'm a big proponent of. I don't feel like cooking a big meal. Let's do eggs and bacon and toast for dinner tonight. Totally fine with that.
Breakfast for dinner is wonderful.
Breakfast for dinner is great.
Yeah. Kim made her homemade cracked wheat pancakes.
Ooh.
Oh, they're so good, Ryan.
I'm also a fan of pizza for breakfast. Cold pizza for breakfast. Totally fine with it.
Just reverse everything,
Yeah. It's upside down day. What the heck?
I have lunch at 2 a.m. Anyway, that's your news. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be here. We're going to talk some tech. After that, Randy Jordan will join us for some Recommentals. All after this song break that Brian will now explain.
Yeah, this is interesting because I got this email and looked at the photo before I played this song, and I said, "Oh man, this looks like it's probably going to be pretty heavy, but let's listen to it and see if it works for the show." And I was kind of surprised. This is a guy named Kurt Deimer Deimer. Deimer. I think if it's German, you pronounce I, so it'd be Kurt Deimer.
Like Daimler Chrysler, kind of like that.
Kind of, yeah, right.
German.
He says, I boarded a Southwest flight in January of 2022. It was a last-minute flight, and I was crammed against a window for 4+ hours. I convinced myself to endure this flight. I was going to write a killer song, and he did. Again, not the name of a song that I would expect from looking at this guy, but the song is called Dance. It is a brand new single from Kurt Deimer. Here is Dance.
Relax. You don't have to be so stiff with us. Welcome aboard, Mr. Leader.
Shut up and get out of here while you still can!
Stupid mute. And we're back. Tell me who that was one more time.
Stupid mute. That is Kurt Deimer, actor, musician, rock singer, songwriter from Cincinnati, Ohio. Trying to see if he was a member of any bands that we know, because I'm sure nope. He's always been a solo performer.
Nice.
But he's worked with Queensryche and Bon Jovi, Jeff Tate from Queensryche and Phil X from Bon Jovi. Anyway, this is that was the song called Dance, brand new single from Kurt Deimer.
Excellent. Check it out wherever you get your music.
Yeah. He put out a cover of Have a Cigar that I have not heard yet. Oh. I'm going to have to look for that one.
We'll have to go look that one up.
Yes.
Let's do this now.
We want Tom.
We do want Tom, and good news. Tom is here. Tom Merritt, the Daily Tech Show's own Tom Merritt, joins us on Wednesdays, talks about tech and anything else he feels like, because just that's how easy we are with Tom Merritt. Tom, welcome back to the show.
Have you heard Le Seraphim's new album?
No. How is it?
No.
Is it good?
It's really good.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I liked that. I have to, I'll admit I'm not on the cutting edge of the K-pop as you are, but my first exposure to them was that BlizzCon performance, and I thought it was good, and it kind of hooked me a little bit, and then but I didn't know they had a new album. So thank you once again for being the great ambassador you are for the Korean pop music. You've done it again.
The title track is called Easy. It's like We Make It Look Easy kind of vibe. There's like an Afro beats one called Smart.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good stuff.
Nice.
You said I could talk about whatever I want.
Whatever you want.
You can talk about whatever you want. We trust you.
Yeah, we
don't
trust
give that. We don't give that that privilege to everybody, but you.
I appreciate
sir,
that. Yeah,
you've earned it.
Yeah, you've earned it.
Because you know I'll try to use it responsibly, if silly, but definitely responsible.
That's all we can ask, really, is that you're responsible with what you say here.
Which is what Apple does not think Epic is being.
Oh gosh, yeah. So I heard rumblings of this. I don't know the details. Apparently, this is all on fire again. What's going on there with that conflict?
Yeah. So if you haven't been following it, it is a little intricate to explain the backstory. But the short version is, obviously a lot of you know that Epic and Apple had a lawsuit in the United States. That only impacts this story in so much as it's bad blood. And Apple is sort of using it as a justification for its action today. The other thing to know is in Europe, the Digital Markets Act goes into effect tomorrow. And Apple just published an update to iOS that will allow third-party app stores and therefore third-party apps on iOS. So if you want to have some choice of apps that isn't curated by Apple in the European Union anyway, you can do that. Epic, makers of Fortnite, had said, we're definitely going to do that. We're going to have a third-party app store for our stuff. It was sort of unclear how much other stuff besides Epic they would allow, but they were going to create a third-party app store and put Fortnite in it, and Fortnite would come back to iOS in the European Union. Except Apple has now revoked Epic's developer account, which means they can't create a third-party app store for iOS.
Is that just a goof because it already happened and it happened before the rule?
It is
really
very much on purpose.
Okay.
They allowed it and said, yoink, basically.
Damn, dude, that's dark. Wow.
Essentially, Phil Schiller of Apple on February 23rd sent a letter saying, we see your application to provide a third-party app store for iOS through your developer account. Why should we trust you? Because remember, prelude to the lawsuit, Epic just put third-party payments in Fortnite on iOS, which was a violation of Apple's agreements. We can argue all day whether Apple's agreements should be legal or not, or whether they're fair or not, but it was a violation of the agreement. And so what Apple's saying is, in the past, you just flouted our laws. Explain to us why we should trust you this time. What assurances can you give that you're going to honor your commitments and not pull something else? Because the CEO of Epic, Tim Sweeney, has been very public on X and elsewhere saying that Apple's way of implementing third-party app stores on iOS is, in fact, pretty bad. He's like, this is rubbish. I can't remember the exact words, but he used not nice words to talk about. He says it's a devious instance of malicious compliance. And so Apple very, reasonably, I think, is like, all right, you're out there trashing our implementation of this. What makes us think you're going to play by the rules when you're saying the rules are fixed? And to Tim Sweeney's credit, he wrote back a note that said, I absolutely am plan to comply with your rules. You can let me know what assurances you need and I'll give them to you. Apple didn't respond. They just revoked his developer account, saying the response that he gave was insufficient.
Wow.
Because I guess they wanted more details. Maybe they wanted a signed agreement. I don't know what they wanted, but they didn't get back to him and say that's not enough. They just revoked the developer account.
Wow. What a bunch of junior high corporate bit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't, I get whatever.
Phil heard the Tim said.
Phil Schiller, dude. I haven't seen Phil Schiller on stage lately. Maybe he's just an angry old fart now, and he just wants to cause trouble and kick dirt. I don't know, but no, that's interesting.
It really doesn't seem like that to me. It seems like Apple looks at Epic and says, "You're untrustworthy." We're trying to hold the line and keep our control of the platform as firm as possible. We can have differing beliefs amongst us about how much of that is them wanting to make money off the App Store and how much of that is a real concern about security. It's both. It's just the percentage mix that is up for argument. But they're trying to hold that line, and they are, I think, reasonably worried that Tim Sweeney is going to try to push that line, because Tim Sweeney has said as much. Like, I'm going to try to push that line.
Yeah, I think we're probably haven't heard the end of it, but it is such a weird fight, and I
expect a lawsuit.
Yeah, probably. Right? This is what I want out of it. This is what I want, and this is not what I'll get, but this is what I want. I want Epic to say, all right, fine. Everything's under the rug. We've solved all our issues, and the reason is because we've committed to make Unreal Tournament again and not let it languish. And that's all I care about. So my needs overweigh the needs of Apple, the needs of Epic, the needs of everybody. I would like less Fortnite, more Unreal Tournament. Thank you very much, corporate world. Yeah. I'm sure I'll get what I want. Sure. Well, that's great. We'll talk more about that today. Also, another thing we're going to talk about, I'm preparing for this now, but I'm also waiting for Microsoft to say what they're doing. But today, it'll probably be over by the time this show's over. But anyway, they're going to do a partner preview for a game showcase today. The reason this matters, they do these all the time. Sony does their state of play. Everybody has their thing. This is Microsoft's first since the big kerfuffle around, are we going to stop making consoles? Are we doing just service? All that back and forth, which turned out to be a kind of a fart in the night. It wasn't really that big of a deal, but people are still kind of all eyes on this because this will say something about multi-platform and some other stuff. So I'm going to talk about that a bunch on today's show. So you're not just going to get amazing tech coverage. You're going to get this really great look at what's happening at Microsoft today. And the only way to do it.
Tea leaves for us.
That's right. Exactly. And the leavings of the tea, the little bits at the bottom when you're done.
Oh, yeah.
Well, those are the leaves.
Yeah, those are the leaves.
Yeah, I guess they are the leaves.
Yeah, the leaves and the leavings. It's
the leavings of the leaves.
I always think it's people reading the leaves before you make the tea.
Like as they're floating in the before you make the tea.
Yeah, like that's
like
the
there's
part.
Instructions on them.
Yeah.
Why would you even have the tea then?
I don't know.
Just throw some leaves in a cup and say, "Oh, you're gonna die tomorrow." Why waste the time in the hot water and all that stuff?
Yeah,
or you're gonna die tomorrow because these leaves are poisoned. I'm still making the tea for you.
Right, exactly. I just have this mix up in my head about tea leaves. Anyway, well, we'll do that today. Daily Tech News Show. It's going to be fantastic. So tune in for that. Tom, anything else going on you'd like to mention?
Yeah. I've got a special announcement coming tomorrow about a book. It's a book about technology, not a fiction book. So keep an eye out on the DTNS Discord, on X, on Mastodon, Threads, wherever, because I'm partnering up with Unbound, whose CEO is Will Harris. You may or may not know the original Brito, and we are definitely excited to bring a nonfiction tech book your way, and we'll call upon you and hope for your support. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow.
That's awesome. We love Will here. He came to Vegas a couple of years ago. It was a riot. It was so much fun having him there.
Will's the best.
He's the best. Well, congrats on that, and look forward to it. It's Tom Merritt, everybody. You call him Ace Detect sometimes, and if you do, well, you know where to follow him on socials. We'll see you soon. Bye. All right. Brian, it's time. Yes. Nikki Haley bailed out of the race, did she?
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Well, she had a snowball's chance in Haley, unfortunately.
I like that. I want to.
I don't even. I beat whoever, HuffPo or whoever.
Yeah, who missed out on that headline because Brian just stole your ass or something. All right, that's it for that. Let's get Randy all up in it. Let's introduce him to the world. Well, I mean, he's been here before. I don't know why I said that way.
Yeah, let's introduce him. Hey, everybody.
Hi, this is Randy. You may have heard of him. He's
actually
been around for a bit. Okay, let's bring him in and play this here song right here.
Well, what do you
Well, that's quiet. Let's fix that. Here you go.
Well, what do you recommend?
I'll tell you what I recommend. Things on streaming services, and we all do it. We all saw stuff, and then we went, ooh, this must be a thing people see. And so we come on here and we call it Recommentals. Nicole's out this week, but we do have Randy Jordan. Hi, Randy.
Good morning stream. Allow me to introduce myself. It's Oscars week, and I am watching movies.
Oh,
how are you?
Very good. Hey, are you excited?
I've been there, done that, Randy. Jeez.
I know you're excited because you're a big Oscar guy, but are you? I mean, how excited are you? Give us a range here.
2023 was one of the best years for films in my lifetime. Like one of the 4 best years for films in my entire lifetime.
Yeah. Well, now I got to know the other 3. What were they? The other 3.
Okay, so 2008 always comes to mind. 2008 was just unbelievable.
Good year. Yeah.
I don't know. I need to think about before that. I've been around a while.
Yeah, you've been around for a bit. 84 is real strong.
Sure.
Some other
99.
99 was good. Ooh, 99 might be my other one. Yeah.
99 was big.
Yeah, 99 had all kinds of good stuff. Well, having you here in 2024 is just a treat. So we're going to get straight to the recommendations. And we start with Brian. He's got a clip and an explanation. Brian, what do you got?
Well, as a matter of fact, mine is also a Oscar nominee. And boy, I want you all to pay very close attention when you watch the Oscars this coming Sunday. And you'll see this movie has absolutely no chance of winning the Best Picture Oscar, but it's a really good film.
All right, fair enough. Here we go.
It's an excellent film.
Oh, sorry, I'll play the thing. Hey, do you have something else? I thought
Yeah, that's it. Go. Just
okay,
go.
Here we go.
Is he attractive?
I think so. He's really masculine in this way that I think is so Korean.
Are you attracted to him?
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. He was just this kid in my head for such a long time. And then he was just this image on my laptop. And now he is a physical person. It's really intense, but I don't think that that's attraction. I think I just missed him a lot. I think I miss Soul.
Did he miss you?
I think he missed the 12-year-old crybaby he knew a long time ago.
You were a crybaby?
Yeah. Most of the time, he'd have to just stand there and watch me.
When is he leaving again?
I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, that's the entire film is exactly like that.
I disagree. I see that you and the boy who cried wolf both say that in the chat. I feel like there was a lot more to this film. That scene does sum it up. It was and there's a lot of Korean in this with some subtitles, so that's why I had to go with like a scene that had a lot of English in it. The movie's called Past Lives. It is it's probably the of all the movies in the Best Picture category, it's the one that was released the earliest. It was released in January of 2023, and so there was a lot of time. I guess that was when it was in Sundance. June is when it came out for general audiences, but that's pre-Oscar season, and it is good. Does it belong in the Best Picture category? No, but it is a good film. I think so, and I think it's got
tremendous film. It's got very, very good film.
Yeah, a lot of heart, a lot of emotion, and a lot right there. I mean, you hear Greta Lee, which she's the actress you hear there. You've seen her in Russian Doll. She has the party that Natasha Lyonne keeps waking up in at the start of every day in Russian Doll. She's the one who's having the birthday party. Yeah, right. Sweet birthday baby. Exactly. Dr. Calvin. Yeah. She was also in Morning Show, and those are the two big things. And then you also hear John Magaro, who you might know from Orange is the New Black or Umbrella Academy, The Big Short. He's got a very unique voice, a unique sound to his voice that I really like. He plays her new wife, her new husband. But she's got this kind of relationship, this friendship that was kind of this maybe potential budding relationship based on a date with this guy that she knew in Seoul 24 years before the rest of this movie takes place.
Sure.
She leaves Seoul with her family, ends up in America, and and through the magic of Facebook and or whatever they call it, I don't think they call it Facebook in this one, they find each other and start chatting online and rekindling their friendship. And that scene right there, what really hit me the hardest about that, it would have been so easy for the screenwriter to have her say, no, I'm not attracted to him, and have that be kind of like this weird awkward moment of twisted, suspiciousness on both of their parts, on the husband's part especially. But for her to say, I don't think so, it brings in this whole extra level of, oh my gosh, all right, the fact that you're struggling to know whether you find this guy attractive that you haven't seen for 24 years is a very, very telling sign that you need to figure this crap out and deal with it. I found it full of heart and sweet. Again, it probably doesn't belong in the best picture category, maybe in the best screenplay category, where it is as well.
Okay.
But that's about it. I think it's a good sweet watch, and it's available on Hulu. Actually, it's available on everything.
Yeah, I'm seeing it on Paramount, I think.
Yeah, Paramount Plus, Hulu, and Prime, Amazon Prime.
That's
as well
crazy.
As Hulu.
Why is that seems nuts to me.
Yeah,
that it's everywhere.
There's only one film that you can't really have to pay money to watch that's nominated for multiple Oscars, and that's Poor Things. For some reason, Poor Things just came out late enough and was small enough that they didn't feel like rushing it to streaming.
Yeah, I can't get that anywhere.
Oh, is Anatomy of a Fall now available? Because we paid money for that one, and we paid the $5 to rent it, which was, God, that was excellent. I was going to recommend that, but I didn't think it was streaming yet. Or
that's right. You guys bought or rented it or whatever you did. Yeah. So Poor Things is not even buyable digitally?
It is buyable. You got to spend $20 to watch Poor Things.
Oh, you can't even rent it though. Interesting.
I just want to rent it. I don't want to buy it.
Yeah.
I don't buy anything.
Just wait and stream it in about 2 months.
Yeah, that's true. It'll end up.
I want to add one answer to your question earlier, Scott. 1994 is way up there.
That's a good year.
In years for Oscars, and that was the year of Pulp Fiction and Quiz Show and Forrest Gump and Shawshank Redemption, and you might have forgotten, but like.
And 3 other movies that you named that should have won instead of Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
You might have forgotten it was the year of 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Oh yeah.
And
that was a good time.
I mean, we remember those years when there's a lot of popular films in the Best Picture category.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like this current 2023 it's just kind of hard to believe.
Yeah, 93 wasn't bad either. You had Jurassic Park and Schindler's List the same year. You had, well, that's maybe all we had in 93. I'm sure we had other stuff, but I don't have as strong a memory of that as I do 94. Good pick. All right, excellent. So you would recommend it? Go to.
I would highly recommend it. Go to any of those streaming services where it's streaming and watch Past Lives, which is semi-autobiographical from the director, Celine Song, who. She should have gotten a director nod, I think, but
yeah, not going to win Best Picture, but maybe Best Director could have.
Not going to win Best Picture. No.
All right, Randy, let's go over to you. You got a clip?
I'm recommending the film that is going to win Best Picture.
Yes, you are.
It's also going to win Best Actor for this tremendous performance. As I was looking through the film again to pick a clip, it occurred to me that it's a movie you can watch multiple times because it rushes at a breakneck pace through its story. And even though it's a very long movie, it never lets off the gas, this film. And as a result of that, there are scenes early in the film that are huge portents, huge foreshadowing, and you don't have a chance to catch up and recognize what you're seeing at the beginning,
Yeah.
early in the film. So this is this is early in the film. This is the star of the subject of the movie being introduced to a person who's going to betray him, or at least we think maybe betray him, and you just don't know it when you watch it the first time.
All right, here we go.
Pleasure. This is my little brother Frank, and this is
Still Jackie.
hello, still Jackie. What happens to stars when they die? Do stars die? The bigger the star, the more violent its demise. They grab back people's lives.
Well, that sounds a lot like Oppenheimer to me.
Yeah. And if you've only seen it once and it was last year, you really owe it to yourself to watch this again before the Oscars. Not just because it's nominated for 13 Oscars, it's going to win half of those. Like it's going to be highly celebrated, but it's such a good movie. God, it is so incredible. It's such an experience. And Christopher Nolan does this, right? Like if you watch Insomnia, you're going to be tired the whole movie. And if you know what I mean? Like if you watch this movie, you're going to be constantly thrilled by Oppenheimer's sort of mental state. And the movie really takes you into his constant frenetic mental state. And it's just tremendous how Nolan pulls this off. Like, and everybody, like I say, Cillian Murphy's winning an Oscar for Best Actor, and he deserves it 100%.
Yeah.
And other people in that category also deserve it. But wow, what a masterpiece! What a work by him.
I forgot sorry about the slight unrelated note of this, but I forgot how much of a chick in the bucket he was, using a film sack term, in Tron Legacy.
God, no kidding.
It's so weird because
you see him at the beginning and you're thinking, oh, great, awesome.
Yeah, you think it's going to matter later. It doesn't matter at all that he's there. He's the son of Dillinger. He's supposed to be kind of the evil guy in the real world. He's nothing. They don't do shit with it. It pissed me off. Anyway, nothing to do with Oppenheimer. Good for him.
No, but it is it's a good point.
Yeah, he'll probably win though. I think you're right. I haven't even seen Oppenheimer yet, and I'm already sure of all of
please
these
watch
things.
it as soon as possible. Please.
All right,
please,
now.
please.
Hang it up on you guys. I'm going to watch the thing right now.
I can't stress how important this film is. And that's the thing, like when you talk about these big Oscar years, you're also usually talking about films that like everybody saw and they shaped the industry going forward.
Yeah.
And this is absolutely one of them. It's like I say, it's Nolan at his peak, which is really impressive. That alone, it's like saying Martin Scorsese at his peak, like what even is that? Well, here it is. He's done it.
Yeah.
he could retire and never do another thing. And he is, in the discussion about the greatest filmmakers of all time because of this movie.
Wow. Yeah. That's a hard thing to follow up on, right? Like I'd be nervous. Who does this all the time? They don't want to keep trying to top themselves, but they keep trying.
Yeah. Another year in that discussion, by the way, is 2016 because of Moonlight and Manchester by the Sea and Hell or High Water and La La Land. And the film in there that has really outperformed over the years in our memories is Arrival, right?
Yeah.
It was a thing. It was nominated, it was good. But then as the years have gone by, it's become, a masterpiece that everybody remembers.
Yeah.
And with Oppenheimer, like in the first 30 minutes, you're gonna realize I'm watching something really special.
Yeah. Well, I just gotta freaking sit down and watch it. Don't know why I haven't.
You wouldn't think that, by the way, if I just came along and told you, hey, there's this biopic about the man who ran Los Alamos.
Yeah, it's kind of like the story itself is not all that exciting, but he's the right filmmaker for this sort of thing, right? Like he knows how to squeeze that stuff out of mundane ideas, but
what I didn't tell you in that simple summary is that it's a movie about these two competing narratives of history.
Yeah,
it's about these two men who are testifying in separate trials, sort of. They're not actual trials, and they are telling, they're one of them is defending himself and the other one is trying to not be connected with the happenings. And it's Robert Downey Jr.'s part of this is just incredible. It is like, I don't even know what do you compare him to, Brian? Like a young Brando or a like De Niro. Like he's on that level.
He'll get best supporting, don't you guys think? He'll probably win that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he had it at the Globes and the SAG Awards, right?
Yeah.
And that's usually the bellwether for.
There's a few locks this year, and he's one of them. I feel like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse for best animated film is a lock.
Yeah, that's a lock.
Like, I don't even know what else is in the category.
Yeah.
Actually, I do not watch The Boy and the Heron if you get a chance. Wow. But but Robert Downey Jr. is incredible, and it's not just these two guys. Everyone in this film. Forgive me, I'm forgetting the name of the genius who plays Kitty Oppenheimer.
Florence Pugh.
What's her name? No, Florence Pugh plays his mistress, and she's also incredible, but she's got almost no screen time.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt, thank you. Emily Blunt is amazing.
Yeah,
oh my god,
good in this.
You lose all sense of Emily Blunt. That's why I forgot her name, because she becomes this character that was a real person, and then the whole film, I'm like, man, I want more of her. And then near the end, you get her big turn, and it's awesome.
I don't think I could cheat on Emily Blunt.
even with Florence Pugh.
Yeah, I think that would be a hard call for me. I like Florence Pugh a lot, but I Emily Blunt is. I don't know. She'll kick my ass, dude. I don't know what. She'd be so. I cannot imagine how mad she would be.
Well, yeah, and vice versa. I don't think I would cheat on Florence Pugh either, for that matter.
There you go. Either direction is not good.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that's awesome. And who's streaming at Peacock? Is it?
Peacock.
Yeah, it's on Peacock. You just have to watch like 3 minutes of ads at the beginning. So you just put it on and go get a cup of coffee or whatever you drink.
That's for free.
Yeah,
that's the free cock, and then there's the you can pay premium and not have any of that, right? I think.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
please,
enjoy.
Scott. I want to talk to you about things that like I don't want you to try to talk about before seeing it. Like there's twists and turns, and there's these moments in this film that are just sort of like. You'll remember your whole life, and that's the thing. Like I sent you a clip of a scene that's just remarkable for the acting and the direction and the editing and so on. And there's so many scenes like that in this movie, and I want to talk about them, especially the very, very end. That this movie ends with the most awesome little turn of narrative, and I don't even want to say who's in it. Just please watch it.
Just occurred to me, so Nolan making a movie about a relatively boring subject that has big implications, but kind of a boring subject, and making it so exciting, no matter how long it is. He did that with Interstellar. It's basically a movie about E = MC squared. It's about relativity and space-time continuum and all that kind of stuff. That's really all it is. But he does it in such a way that, puts things down on the ground in a very personal way, and all that other stuff to make it interesting. I love that kind of stuff.
It makes you feel like you're there. It really, and I realize that's a very trite thing to say about movies, but there is an art to the top tier of making you feel like you're there. Dunkirk is incredible in that regard.
Oh, like, Dunkirk was amazing. Yeah.
You really genuinely feel like you're trapped on a beach and you're about to die for hours. and it's just so, I find it invigorating. I realize there's some people who aren't going to want that experience. But,
Sure.
I enjoy that.
Well, there you go. Our final recommendation this week is something that is still an ongoing thing. It's not done yet. And normally we don't like to recommend those until we're kind of sure things have stuck landings or, a whole series is out or whatever. In the case of films, it's easy because it was 2 hours, but this is a TV show. But it's so good that I couldn't help it. I'm only 3 into this thing. There's 4 out now, maybe 5. So I'm still even behind on what's out. But it's a miniseries currently airing on FX and showing up on Hulu for streaming. And here's my clip.
These people are godless savages.
Or maybe they just don't give a shit what you think, young scheming little pirate.
Why do you believe I'm a pirate?
You had 20 guns on that ship.
20 guns. To defend ourselves from unlawful Portuguese galleons piloted by Spanish dogs. We drifted here by accident. We're just merchants hoping to once again cast eyes on our coast of origin.
I like your English. I do.
All right. Voices you're hearing there are Cosmo Jarvis as John Blackthorne. We'll see if these names are familiar to anyone yet before I say the title. And the other person talking is an amazing role. I was going to keep this a secret, but I'm not going to. It's in the credits.
Should I cover my ears? I can cover my
I don't know
ears.
if you're going to. It'll only matter to Brian. The only reason I made it kind of like sneaky with Brian on our text yesterday is because you're a giant Lost fan, and this is someone from Lost. And
Oh, really?
I just
Okay.
thought that was interesting. But anyway, that is Nestor Carbonell. And
Yeah.
he is so good as Vasco Rodriguez in this. And
A
if he's
man with permanent eyeliner.
Yep, totally. And he is so he in the first 5 seconds of him being on screen, I went, "Oh, Emmy time for best supporting right here." This
Really?
guy.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
He's fantastic.
That's a strong statement.
Yeah, and it's you're not going to get a ton of him. That's all I'll say about that. But the show
same
is
with the Nolan Batman movies. You're not going to get a ton of Nestor Carbonell, but you'll notice him when you see him.
you'll remember him.
right.
Always memorable, that guy.
He really is, yeah.
This
That
is
Manuel back in the old Tick days, too.
exactly. This is an
No,
adaptation.
Deflator Mouse, I think he was, yeah.
This is an adaptation of Shogun, currently showing on FX. And it stars, your main stars are Hiroyuki Sanada, who you know from everything. If you need a Japanese actor that's cool, you hire that guy because he is just your guy. He's amazing. And then this Cosmo Jarvis guy who plays John Blackthorne, the role played famously in 42 years ago by Richard Chamberlain, is this actor who was actually born in the States, raised in Europe, and you've seen him in stuff, but rarely. This is a real breakout moment for him. He's having a thing here. This is real good. For those wondering if Scott will bring up the thing I always bring up about Shogun, which is does a Japanese warlord pee on him when he arrives there unwanted? The answer is absolutely yes. It's a huge part of the book too, or the book. So you don't want to,
because it's more than it tries to set up the dynamic for those two that carries through the rest of the show. So.
Yeah, you kind of have to. But anyway, it is great so far. Like, I'm talking early seasons, Game of Thrones, Succession. Think of other quality things, especially ones that are set in a time period where impeccable costuming, impeccable setting, historically, down to the dirt clod looking real. This should not be missed, and it's not going to be an ongoing series. It's just it's like the first one was. It's a miniseries. Exactly, it's a miniseries. When it's over, it's over. It feels really special so far. It feels like the kind of TV event kind of thing that you just don't want to miss if that stuff's interesting to you. If historically, sort of feudal Japan, the incursion of European countries, the trades and all that stuff, piracy, what it means to understand another culture at a time when the clash couldn't have been more culture clashy, then this is totally up your alley. It's great. I love it.
As a kid, I watched this either right before or right after reading Frank Miller's excellent Wolverine Limited series, which kind of had a very Shogun vibe. Logan goes to Japan, meets Yukio, and they have their whole thing. And it was right around the time of watching Shogun. It was like, oh, I'm just totally invested in this. I love it. Yeah,
well,
love the Gaijin, the American in Japan kind of thing, especially feudal Japan.
Very much that vibe. And funny enough, Hiroyuki Sanada was Siebel Iguchi or whatever or what was his name? Shinjin in the Wolverine. So he's actually in both these things.
Wolverine. Yeah, the Silver Samurai. Yes.
Yeah. He's also, for those who may not know who he is, he was the captain in Sunshine. He is in John Wick. He is in Mortal Kombat. He played Scorpion.
Am I thinking he was also in Lost as Dagon in the temple? I gotta see. Hold on a second.
Maybe that would be amazing. Hold on.
Yeah.
What year was that? He's been working a long time. Let's see. A lot of Japanese stuff pre-2000, so I don't know. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't see him in Lost. Might be a different guy.
Okay.
But he's great.
Maybe
You'll know him if you see him. He's in the MCU. He's the one that had the showdown with Hawkeye when Hawkeye was Ronin in the street.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He's just, you know him, you see him, you go,
Lost
oh, I love
as
him.
Dogen. It's the same guy.
So, oh, it is. That is that guy. Sweet.
2010. Yeah.
That's amazing. He was in Westworld, Bullet Train. Like I said, Endgame. Just an amazing actor. I love him. Anyway, he's already just demands your attention. Everybody's good so far. If you like this shit, you're just going to be so happy. It's so good. So I can't recommend it enough. I cannot wait to see how it all ends up. I know how it ends because I read the books way back in there, or the book way back in the day, and I know the old series. I don't know if they'll do the same stuff. There's already a difference in tone. Like this is a much more realistic, less 80s TV take on things. But man, FX is killing it for me. Everything they make seems to be gold. So anyway, check it out. That is Shogun, currently showing FX and Hulu.
Oh, I'm so excited about it, and I am waiting until the final episode is pending, and then we're going to watch as much of it as possible and try to get through it quickly.
Binge
I
that
realize
beast.
10 hours is, and especially when it's episodic, like it's really hard to do anything quickly in an hour.
Yeah. For me, I was like, well, I'll let it pile up a little. I'll check out this first one, and I went, oh, and I had to just keep going. I couldn't stop. It was like a problem after that point. So anyway, can't wait to finish it. It's great. All right. All three of these are going to be up on quicksack.li today. So if you did not follow,
It's already up.
Yeah, you can go get it. Go link to it. Go find the stuff. Randy, having you here has just been a real pleasure.
I have a question for Brian Ibbett.
Go.
Yeah. You got any Oscars categories where you're just really shaky? You have no idea who's going to win?
You know what? I got to be honest. I haven't looked at the list in a while, so let me pull it up really quick and see if there's any.
By the way, Scott, to answer your first question you asked me, I'm going to be making those little smokies where you put them in the crock pot with some barbecue sauce, and then I'm going to take flour tortillas from the Mexican market, and I'm going to cut them into quarters, so you can then just pick up a quarter of a flour tortilla and put a couple of little smokies in there.
Oh, little portable doggery tight.
Yeah, that's a doggery tight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit! I want what you're
let's
having.
see.
That sounds great. Yeah.
Actress in a leading role, probably Lily Gladstone.
That was going to be mine. Like the hardest one for me to figure out, because you just know that the voters want Emma Stone as well.
For Poor Things. And I think Annette Bening, Naiad was incredible. I think that is. I mean, Jodie Foster was amazing. Either one of them could get the Naiad Oscar. Divine Joy Randolph, though, is going to get it for The Holdovers for supporting role.
Yes.
Cinematography, Oppenheimer. Costume design, Barbie. That's where Barbie's going to really shine, I think.
Costume design is another one where I
Poor
agree with
Things.
you, but Poor Things is in the running.
Yeah.
Also, Oppenheimer's in there, isn't it?
Oppenheimer's in there, but that's, I mean, just Salvation Army is your costume design for Oppenheimer.
I guess so.
Directing. Oh, I would love to see Justine Triet get it for Anatomy of a Fall, but that's easily Nolan's.
Yeah, I would too. And I actually feel like the number 2 there is Yorgos Lanthimos. I am overrating Poor Things, making a surge in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But that's just me. A lot of people think that Scorsese is going to get that as sort of like Lifetime Achievement Award, and I don't.
Because they're thinking it's his potential last film, right?
Yeah. And I don't think it is. I think that guy's got at least one more in him, personally.
I think, this is another Recommental Society of the Snow. I'm going to say now that's going to take international feature film, what used to be the best foreign film. Zone of Interest.
Because like Zone of Interest is it's such a juggernaut among films.
Zone of Interest is a German production. Is it like
it's a UK submission, but it takes place in Auschwitz.
Okay. So they can't, that anything outside the States obviously counts for the category. It doesn't matter who did it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's funny because there was a surprise that France did not submit.
They never submit. No, that's not true. They always submit. We kid, we joke. We love the French.
There was a movie. All right, hold on a second. I gotta find it. They were surprised that where is it? Anatomy of a Fall was there. Huh. There was another movie that people were surprised. I guess it might have been Society of the Snow that they were surprised did not get submitted for Best Picture. And I would argue between Society of the Snow and Past Lives, Society of the Snow, which is the new version of the Andes plane crash with the soccer team, cannibalism and stuff. That is such a great movie. That probably belongs in the
and as you know, my argument
Picture
is
category.
that Maestro didn't need to be in that category.
Maestro did not need to be. That was my least favorite of the 10 in that list.
I'll give you one more that's just fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Best original screenplay. I actually have 3 that I just can't figure out. Like, I'm pretty sure Anatomy of a Fall wins, but man,
Holdovers?
you do
Oh my
not be
gosh.
surprised if these Oscar voters are
I
like,
think Holdovers for screenplay, because they're not gonna give Best Actor, unfortunately, to Giamatti. Divine is gonna get it for supporting, and that's the only other real good point for Holdovers to kind of have a lock. So I think screenplay could be the place that Holdovers.
I think voters who love weird screenplays, though, are going to look at Past Lives real hard in that category.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Because it's about what's on the page, and I don't
It
know.
is, and it's autobiographical, and the voters like that.
People
sort of
love
thing
that
too.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bait.
But not May
I have no
December.
idea.
May December was a little not schlocky, but it was really overwrought.
Sappy? Was it sappy?
Sappy, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's just
it's gonna be fun. Yeah,
it's a fun year to celebrate great movies. Like I always try to talk people down from the the Oscars are about boring little films you never would watch. Like we're gonna have 3 hours of talking about Barbie. Like come
right.
on.
It'll be all Barbie jokes, and they're doing that thing that I don't know if I mentioned on this show, but something I'm really excited about. They did it in 2009. They tried it once. They never did it again until this year, where all of the major acting, and I think Best Picture and probably the screenplay, the nominees are going to be read by 5 previous winners for each category. So 5 people will get up there who've won the category previously, and each one will say, now let's talk about Divine, or let's talk about Robert Downey Jr. And it'll usually be somebody who's kind of worked with them before and can say, oh man, me and Bobby Downey did this, and it
We
was
went
just
to rehab together.
right. Anthony Michael Hall talks about Robert Downey Jr.
And like what more could you get out of an Oscar show than Billie Eilish performing What Was I Made For, right? Like that has to happen.
Yeah, and do we even need any of the other songs in that category? Unfortunately, it's such a that is the most official lock of the show is What Was I Made For.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, maybe they'll medley it with I'm Just Ken.
Yeah, maybe.
Both of those songs at the
And
same
Gosling
time.
is going to perform it too. Gosling's going to
Yeah.
perform I'm Just Ken, and
Yeah.
They've done that before, where if it's 2 songs from the same movie, they do actually do the medley of them. So we could see them doing that.
Well, her song better win because it's the only well, I shouldn't say it's the only thing I like about. I liked Barbie a lot. I liked Barbie a lot, but I think that song.
But it's one of the things you liked most about Barbie.
I loved that song. Yeah, I think it's legitimately an incredibly well made, cool thing. And I'm not even like a giant fan of her music, but I think that song is really good. All right. Well, there you have it. All available for your fingertips this Sunday. I guess ABC.com is going to stream it also. So this year you can watch it if you don't have regular
Hopefully
TV.
it's not on Paramount Plus, so that you don't have weird high speed people going up to accept their award moments.
No, this is through, that'd be CBS, right? Yeah, this is ABC, and they've got you got
They're
2 ways.
Hulu.
2 ways you can do it. ABC.com, ABC app. That it? That's it. No.
Really?
No
So not
Hulu.
on
No
Hulu or Disney Plus? I'm surprised because that's
because ABC is Disney,
parent
right?
company. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not on here. Guess they
Okay.
Advertising deals or who knows what.
I think I'm watching it at a friend's house. The people that we usually have over, we're going over to their house for this. And I don't know if they have even TiVo and are going to be able to like pause if somebody needs to run out for a bathroom break or something. It should be interesting to see what that experience is like.
Just old school TV, man.
Old school terrestrial broadcast,
Yeah.
I think. I don't know how they have it set up.
Gonna have to watch a Tide commercial or who knows what. I guess that's true of all of them. All right, Randy, thanks for hanging with us, dude. We will see you soon. Yeah. Be good. We're done, everybody. Quick note, though. We got a quick text here from somebody that is confusing to me.
I need more about this.
Yeah. I don't feel like we have enough information, but we got somebody sent in a correction. This is from Rox, R-O-X is his name. Says, correction for TMS 2601. When Brian said Total Eclipse of the Heart was written by Paul Stanley, it was actually written by Paul Simon, who gave it to Paul Stanley as a gift for his 45th birthday.
Okay. So we didn't have a show yesterday, and when that didn't happen, and I saw this in our notes, I decided to listen to what you uploaded for episode 2601, and I heard nothing about any of this. And Total Eclipse of the Heart, I know was written by Meatloaf's buddy Jim Steinman. Not by either Paul Stanley or Paul Simon. Yeah. And I even Googled to see if I could find any song that was written by Paul Simon that was given to Paul Stanley as a gift for his 45th birthday, and I could not find anything. So, so Rox, if you're listening, what?
Yeah, maybe you're thinking of a different song. Must be.
Maybe a different podcast you're listening to.
Or maybe
I don't
even
know.
maybe even that, because we didn't really bring it up that we know of. I didn't know either. I could not figure this out. So I knew you would either have the answer or you would agree with me that we don't know what the frick Rox is talking about.
I Want to Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day written by Paul Simon and given as a gift to Paul Stanley? I don't know.
Were they friends?
I couldn't find anything. I did a search for quotes Paul Simon and quotes Paul Stanley, and could not find a page that had the two of them interacting other than just lists of greatest songs of the 70s or something like that, and listed both artists on the same page. So Rox, tell me, please tell me whatever you're thinking about, because this befuddles me. I'm befuddled.
Maybe you sent a text when the gummy hit. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let us know. We're very curious. That is going to do it for today's show. There is a link that you can go to. They'll give you access to everything we ever talk about, do, need, have, stuff, whatever. It's over at frogpants.com/TMS. Please do that at your leisure. Brian, we should leave, but we can't. We need a song.
What's a tune?
Yeah,
Should
with
we
a
do
tune.
a tune,
Let's do a tune.
Scott?
We don't call them tunes enough. Let's call it a tune.
A tune? How about a tune?
Yeah.
The other site you should always keep an eye on is quicktms.li. As Scott mentioned, that's where you'll find all of our recommendals and songs played on the show, including this one. Julia H. wrote in, sweet and simple. I'm turning 40 this year, and I want a song to celebrate my birthday. I've been listening since the beginning. Can I get a fish sandwich with that? Thanks for all the countless hours of entertainment.
You can have a couple of them. How about this one?
Hey, it's too early to get a fish sandwich?
And then this one.
Hey, is it too early to get a fish sandwich?
Both excellent. Both great. Both well done,
Love it. She says for her request, anything. I trust Brian. Well, that might be where your downfall right here.
Wow.
No, this should surprise nobody. Heard this, came out last week from one of my favorite groups, Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. And because it's so awesome, I had to find a way to play it here. I'm playing it here. It's them covering one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite girl groups. Yes, it's the Spice Girls' Say You'll Be There, done Andrews Sisters style by Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox.
Get more at frogpants.com.
My name is Tom Merritt.
Whoa.
I forgot about that one.
That's an old one.